The Panama Canal stands as an enduring symbol of human ingenuity. It is a testament to the vision and determination of those who dared to dream of connecting two vast oceans. For over a century, this 50-mile waterway has facilitated global trade, becoming a crucial artery in the world's economic system. Every day, massive cargo ships traverse its waters, carrying goods that fuel economies and connect markets. It connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through the narrow Isthmus of Panama, a geographical marvel that has transformed maritime navigation. This connection has made it possible for ships to avoid the long and treacherous journey around the southern tip of South America. The canal's construction was a monumental feat of engineering involving the labor of thousands of workers from around the world. It was a project that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible at the time. It involved excavating vast amounts of earth and constructing a complex system of locks, which allow ships to be raised and lowered as they pass through the canal. This innovative system was key to the canal's success. The Panama Canal revolutionized maritime transportation, making it faster and more efficient. It opened up new possibilities for trade and travel, changing the way the world did business. It significantly shortened travel times between the two oceans, reducing the journey by thousands of miles. This not only saved time but also reduced the cost of shipping goods, making products more affordable for consumers. This had a profound impact on global trade patterns, shifting the dynamics of international commerce. The canal became a vital link in the global supply chain, influencing trade routes and economic strategies. The canal facilitated the movement of goods, raw materials, and people, acting as a bridge between continents. It enabled the efficient transport of everything from oil and grain to cars and electronics. It fueled economic growth and interconnected distant corners of the world, fostering a more integrated global economy. Ports around the world saw increased activity, and new markets opened up as a result. The Panama Canal quickly became a strategic asset, not just for trade but also for military purposes. Its control was seen as essential for national security by many countries. Control of the canal was a matter of significant geopolitical importance, leading to numerous treaties and negotiations. The canal's strategic location made it a focal point in international relations. The United States, recognizing its strategic value, played a pivotal role in its construction and subsequent management for much of the 20th century. American engineers and workers were instrumental in bringing the project to fruition. The canal's history is intertwined with the complexities of international relations, reflecting the shifting tides of power and influence. It has been the subject of numerous diplomatic efforts and agreements. It serves as a reminder of the enduring link between geography, commerce, and power. The Panama Canal remains a vital part of the global infrastructure, a symbol of what humanity can achieve when it dares to dream big. The Panama Canal, despite its historical significance, faces growing limitations in the 21st century. This engineering marvel, which has been a crucial artery for global maritime trade for over a century, is now grappling with the demands of modern shipping. One of the most pressing concerns is its capacity. The canal, once a symbol of human ingenuity and ambition, is now a bottleneck in the global supply chain. The canal was designed and built in the early 20th century, a time when the scale of global trade was vastly different from what it is today. Back then, the ships were smaller, and the volume of goods transported was significantly less. It was not designed to accommodate the massive cargo ships that dominate global trade today. These modern behemoths, which can carry thousands of containers, dwarf the vessels that the canal was originally built to handle. These ships, known as post-Panamax vessels, are simply too large to fit through the canal's locks. The term post-Panamax itself highlights the limitations of the canal, as it refers to ships that exceed the maximum dimensions that the canal can accommodate. This capacity constraint has several consequences. It not only affects the efficiency of shipping routes but also has broader economic implications. It creates bottlenecks and delays in shipping routes. Ships often have to wait for days, if not weeks, to pass through the canal, leading to significant delays in the delivery of goods. It also increases transportation costs. The longer waiting times and the need for alternative routes mean higher fuel consumption and operational costs for shipping companies. The canal's limitations are particularly problematic for the rapidly growing economies of Asia. These nations are heavily reliant on efficient maritime trade routes to sustain their economic growth and meet the demands of their burgeoning populations. These economies rely heavily on maritime trade with the Americas and Europe. The Panama Canal is a critical link in these trade routes, and any disruption can have far-reaching consequences. The Panama Canal Authority has undertaken expansion projects to address these challenges. The most notable of these is the construction of new, larger locks that can accommodate post-Panamax vessels. However, even with these upgrades, the canal's capacity will remain limited. The sheer scale of modern global trade means that the expanded canal can only provide a partial solution. This has led to a search for alternative routes. Shipping companies and global trade experts are exploring various options to bypass the limitations of the Panama Canal. Some shipping companies are exploring longer routes around the Cape of Good Hope in Africa. While this route is significantly longer, it avoids the congestion and delays associated with the Panama Canal. Others are looking to the Arctic as melting ice caps open up new possibilities. The Northern Sea Route, which runs along the Russian Arctic coast, is becoming increasingly viable as a shorter alternative to traditional shipping lanes. Amidst the growing limitations of the Panama Canal, which has been a crucial artery for global maritime trade for over a century, the world is looking for new solutions to accommodate the increasing size and volume of modern shipping vessels. A new and even more ambitious project has emerged, the Nicaragua Canal. This proposed mega-project is not just a feat of engineering, but a bold vision for the future of global trade. The Nicaragua Canal aims to create a new waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, providing a much-needed alternative to the increasingly congested Panama Canal. It would cut through the heart of Nicaragua, offering an alternative route for global shipping that could significantly reduce transit times and costs for many shipping companies. The estimated cost of the project is a staggering $50 billion, a testament to the scale and ambition of this endeavor. This investment is expected to bring significant economic benefits to Nicaragua and the surrounding region. The proposed route of the Nicaragua Canal would stretch over 170 miles, making it one of the longest and most ambitious infrastructure projects in the world. It would start from the Caribbean coast near the city of Bluefields, a region known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant local communities. The canal would then traverse Lake Nicaragua, Central America's largest freshwater lake, which is not only a vital natural resource, but also a stunning natural wonder. The canal would then continue westward, cutting through rainforest and finally reaching the Pacific Ocean. This route would require careful planning and environmental considerations to minimize the impact on the region's diverse ecosystems. The Nicaragua Canal project has attracted significant international interest and investment, with many seeing it as a potential game-changer for global trade. The most prominent player is China, which has shown a keen interest in the project as part of its broader strategy to expand its influence in global trade and infrastructure. A Chinese company, HKND Group, was awarded the concession to build and operate the canal. This partnership has brought both opportunities and challenges, as the project navigates complex geopolitical waters. This has raised eyebrows in Washington and other capitals, where there are concerns about the strategic implications of such a significant Chinese presence in the region. The project's geopolitical implications are substantial, with the potential to reshape trade routes and shift the balance of power in the region. It could alter the dynamics of international trade, making it a focal point of global economic and political discussions. If completed, the Nicaragua Canal has the potential to revolutionize global shipping, offering a new route that could alleviate congestion, reduce transit times, and provide a strategic alternative to the Panama Canal. The world watches with bated breath as this ambitious project unfolds, promising to usher in a new era of maritime trade. China's grand strategy, the Belt and Road Initiative and the Nicaragua Canal. The Nicaragua Canal project aligns with China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. The BRI is a massive infrastructure development strategy. It aims to connect China to the rest of the world through a network of roads, railways, ports, and other infrastructure projects. The BRI is often described as China's modern-day Silk Road. It reflects China's growing economic and geopolitical clout. The Nicaragua Canal, if completed, would be a major node in this network. It would provide China with a strategic shipping route connecting its burgeoning economy with markets in the Americas and beyond. China's involvement in the Nicaragua Canal project has been met with mixed reactions. Some view it as a win-win situation. They argue that Chinese investment will bring much-needed jobs and economic development to Nicaragua. Others are more cautious. They express concerns about China's long-term strategic goals. They worry about Nicaragua's sovereignty and potential environmental consequences. Economic boon or environmental catastrophe? the ecological price of progress. Proponents of the Nicaragua Canal tout its potential economic benefits. They argue that the project will create thousands of jobs. They also highlight the potential for increased trade and investment. They believe that the canal could transform Nicaragua's economy, lifting it out of poverty. However, the environmental and social costs of the project are equally significant. The proposed route of the canal cuts through Lake Nicaragua, a vital source of fresh water for the country. Environmentalists warn that the construction and operation of the canal could have devastating consequences for the lake's ecosystem. They fear pollution from dredging, ship traffic, and potential oil spills. The canal's construction would also require the displacement of thousands of people, many of whom are indigenous communities. These communities rely on the land for their livelihoods and cultural survival. The project has sparked protests and social unrest. Balancing economic development with environmental protection and social justice remains a significant challenge for the Nicaraguan government.